If you've been around crypto long enough, you've probably noticed that most projects love announcing technical upgrades. The problem is that half the time, nobody actually explains why those upgrades matter. That's why today I wanted to look at BlockDAG. The project recently announced that its network is now capable of processing up to 5,000 transactions per second, and at the same time, they've opened a limited legacy sale window alongside their Buyback program. So in this video, I wanted to break down what's actually changed, what the 5,000 TPS upgrade means, and why BlockDAG is getting attention again. None of this is financial advice, always do your own research, but let's dive into this. Over the past few months, BlockDAG has been steadily expanding its ecosystem, but the biggest recent announcement is its move up to 5,000 TPS. Now, whenever people hear TPS, they immediately think faster blockchain, but the more important question is what that speed actually enables. According to the project, BlockDAG uses Directed Acyclic Graph architecture, which allows transactions and blocks to be processed in parallel rather than strictly one after another. The goal is to support higher levels of activity across applications running on the network. Whether it's gaming, payments, stablecoin infrastructure, or other high-volume use cases, scalability becomes increasingly important as more users enter an ecosystem. That's why this upgrade has become such a major talking point for the project. Alongside the network upgrade, BlockDAG has also opened what they're calling the legacy sale. One thing I would recommend is checking out the dashboard directly because the prices can change during the campaign period. Instead of relying on screenshots or social media posts, it's always better to verify the live figures yourself. The process itself is fairly straightforward. Users register directly through the BlockDAG dashboard and everything is handled through the platform interface. What makes this sale different is it's tied to a specific campaign window rather than being an ongoing event. So if you're researching the project, it's worth checking the current details directly from the source. Now, the second component being highlighted right now is the Buyback program. The project displays the current buyback figure directly on the dashboard, allowing users to compare the information available during the campaign period. The project displays the current buyback figure directly on the dashboard, allowing users to compare the information available during the campaign period. One thing I do appreciate is that the platform makes the information easy to find instead of forcing users to dig through announcements. And if you're already involved with BlockDAG, there's also a separate route through BDAG swap. This gives existing users access to the options specifically designed for current participants rather than new users entering through the legacy sale. As always, check the latest figures and terms directly through the dashboard since those details can be updated during active campaigns. Now, when talking about the ecosystem, something I find more interesting than any sale event is whether a project is actually building products. Every crypto project has a roadmap, every crypto project has future plans, but what matters is what exists today. And according to BlockDAG, several ecosystem components are already operating on mainnet. That includes the platform where you can see all of these cool apps here, as well as BDUSD, which functions through a deposit, mint, use, repay, burn, and withdraw cycle. Seeing live products is generally more useful than reading promises because it gives people something tangible to evaluate. So my final thoughts here, overall, the biggest story isn't actually the legacy sale. It's the fact that BlockDAG is continuing to develop its ecosystem while pushing network performance to 5,000 TPS. The sale window and buyback program are simply the events bringing additional attention to that upgrade. If you're interested in learning more, I'd recommend checking out the dashboard yourself, reviewing the live figures, and exploring the ecosystem directly. You'll find all of the official links below, and let me know what you think about the 5K transaction per second upgrade, and whether projects focused on the DAG architecture have an advantage when it comes to scaling blockchain applications. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.